Hi, this is Bill from OPP. Today we're going to talk about three of some of the most important factors to consider when designing an ASC. All right, let's get at it. Number one, storage. Often when you talk to staff that are working at a new facility, the most common complaint you hear is that the place just simply does not have enough storage, especially depending on your specialty. If you're dealing in something like orthopedics, for instance, or you're also dealing in pain management, you're talking about having a C-arm and towers and other types, especially robotics, anything that requires a fair amount of storage, you got to factor that in. A lot of time medical architects don't take that into consideration as much as they should when designing a place. So factor in having adequate storage as a very important commodity, more than it's often taken for granted. Number two is patient flow and experience. You know, one of the beauties of having an ASC is you get to control what I call the patient experience. So you want that combination of not just the design being warm and inviting, but also from a patient flow standpoint, make it practical. Make sure your flow is in such a way where the patient has a natural point of entry to a natural point of discharge, and everything else that goes in between. But you'd be surprised at how convoluted a lot of designs ends up being. And not only does patient flow impact the patient experience, it actually makes it a lot harder for the staff to maintain an efficient flow and give you this efficient turnover that you're looking for. So factor that in. And number three is expansion. This goes both ways. I've often seen 4 OR surgery centers that are often just 2 OR surgery centers with 2 very expensive storage rooms, as I like to joke about, versus a place that built out 2 ORs and all of a sudden they need 4 ORs, and they didn't take that into consideration. So expansion is a two-way street. Often you can overbuild, but a lot of times you can also underbuild. So really take into consideration your long-term business model. Probably better to be able to grow into something than have to expand later, especially in urban markets where build out and tenant improvements can be very costly, and especially in constrained buildings like medical office buildings, you have to factor that in. So again, plan your future business model when making your original design plans. You might be adding specialties you never thought of at the initial point of conception of the center. So hope these aspects or points help. Follow us at OPP for more information. Have a great day.